what is the baseline supplements everybody should at least consider? And then two is continuing your nighttime routine and the different products you use. We've already talked about the 8 sleep and the Faraday cage.
Yeah.
So I'll have you take those and go with it.
Yeah. So I believe that everyone, children as well, can benefit from a methylated multivitamin. I think the entire universe needs to be on a really good quality mineral salt because of the trace minerals that are in a really good mineral salt. And the reason for that is just the level of mineral depletion in our soil. If you looked at a soil lineage study between 1945 and today, you would see a dramatic reduction in the mineral content of the soil. So when the soil is demineralized, so is the plant, so is the animal that is eating on that soil. We're not really what we eat, right? We're what we eat eats, right? We're not just what we eat, we're what they eat. And so our plants are eating from the soil, our animals are eating from the grass, or at least hopefully they are. They're not, they're farm raised. But so I think the basic supplements are methylated multivitamin, even for children. If your children have behavioral issues, get the folic acid out of their diet. Just get fortified or enriched foods out of their diet. I believe everyone can benefit from hydrogen tablets. I take one called H2 Tab. That is actually the only product that I've developed and sell that's on my own. I'm that big of a believer in hydrogen water. I believe everyone can benefit from the 9 essential amino acids. Those are your, essential means they are essential for life. And we have essential fatty acids. We have essential amino acids. There is no such thing as an essential carbohydrate. So just let that settle in for a second. Carbohydrates are not necessary for life. So we should be the most judicious when we make carbohydrate choices. I'm not saying don't eat them. I'm just saying that's where we should be the most judicious. So I think everyone can benefit from a methylated multivitamin, a hydrogen tablet, and an amino acid. I also think that the majority of the population needs to be on 5,000 IUs of vitamin D3 with K2. We don't even have enough time on this podcast to go into all the benefits of vitamin D3, but just to put it plainly, it is the only vitamin that human beings make on our own. So just think about that for a moment. If I tested your blood, there would be hundreds of vitamins in your bloodstream. You're only capable of making one. And you don't need to eat. You don't need to drink. You don't need to do anything. You just need to expose your skin to sunlight and have cholesterol in your bloodstream. That's how you make vitamin D3. It's called cholecalciferol. That is, if I was to pick a single nutrient in the human body, that's the most important. It acts like a hormone. It's a calcium transport molecule. It's heavily involved in nearly every aspect of the immune defense system. So 5,000 IUs of vitamin D3 with K2 and a good omega-3 fatty acid, one of the best of which is really good extra virgin olive oil. So you can actually get that from your food sources. If you have mold toxicity, take a black seed oil. I'm not a huge fan of capsulized fish oils. The majority of that testing they do turn rancid even inside the capsule. So if you're getting your DHA and EPA oils from a fish oil capsule, I would switch to something like a krill oil or something like a black seed oil. But if you like extra virgin olive oil in the Mediterranean and in the blue zones, they were drinking 2 liters. Not just drinking, but utilizing 2 liters, ingesting 2 liters of extra virgin olive oil a week per person. So there are lots of healthy benefits from those oils. And then, getting good sleep is about just developing good sleep hygiene. So there are 4 or 5 things that you can do that will cost you nothing or next to nothing that would dramatically improve your sleep. One of which is taking a magnesium supplement before bed at night, especially if you're one of those people that has ruminating thoughts. Magnesium threonate is very good for sleep. Glycinate and citrate are very good for gut motility. So I take a supplement that has all 7 forms of magnesium at night before bed. I'm not a big fan of melatonin, but taking a magnesium supplement before bed, darkening the room as surgically dark as you can make it, dropping the temperature to 69 degrees Fahrenheit. I know that sounds very cold, but sleeping in a cold room there are lots of evidence that shows that this improves our sleep cycle, especially deep and REM sleep. And then before bed, we set alarms to wake up. We don't set alarms to go to bed. So I'm a big fan of setting an alarm 15 to 30 minutes before you need to go to bed. Just to sort of remind you, hey, I need to just start this wind down cycle. And that's when you can set your phone aside 6 feet away from your head. You can turn off your Wi-Fi if you have the capability to do that. You can take a contrast shower if you're one of those people that ruminates. So if you're one of those people that lays down to go to sleep and when your environment quiets, your mind wakes up, a good way to break the catecholamine cycle is to just take a warm shower and then finish your warm shower, step out of that stream of water, turn the water as cold as it will go, and step into that stream of water only for 30 seconds. It shocks the system, yes, but it breaks the catecholamine cycle. Dry off and then climb into bed. And I think one of the best investments you can make is a $10 full cotton eye mask. You can get these things on Amazon. Just make sure they're all cotton. Don't get the polyester or those other nonsense ones that can irritate your eyes. Just 100% cotton eye mask, about $10 on Amazon. Make sure it covers your eyes. Once you get used to it, it'll be like your blankie. It's like you'll never want to go to bed. You're like a baby. I never want to go to bed without this thing. If you've never actually slept in pure darkness, you're in for a treat. And if you wake up at night, you can lift it, right? Those would be my recommendations for sleep. If you really want to maximize sleep, stop the alcohol and don't eat 2 hours before bedtime.
If you enjoyed that clip, you're going to want to head over here and catch the full episode. I'll see you over there.
I don't have a watch problem or a car problem. I kind of have a biohacking problem. Most people that are watching this podcast have forgotten what it feels like to feel normal. And they're walking around at about 60% of their true state of normal. And by hydrating, mineralizing, and dropping